This is lesson 3 of 3 out of the 3 we have to do with my student here, Brent Oberlin. Last lesson we worked on the range a little bit with the full swing technique, and I gave him some drills to work on, and he said he's been working on them. So now we're on the 3 playing holes and 3 practice holes, and we're going to play alongside with him, and I'm going to get the shot process that goes on in his head while he's playing, help him out with certain types of shots during a little bit more live action of gameplay. So we're on the first tee, hitting driver. Par 4, not very long, but what's your thought process behind this as you're standing on the tee?
Well, as I'm standing on the tee, I'm looking at it, and I think I have to go to the right a little bit, get a good angle at the green. I don't want to leave it left. So we're trying to hit a little cut right on along the right side. Give me a good little poke out there. It'll be all right.
Sounds good to me. Let's see what you got. 1, 2, 3. Take the club. Hey, take the club along the ground as long as possible. Yep. Stand a little bit closer to the ball than you were. Yeah. There it is. Shot just off the fairway to the right. You hit a nice little cut on your tee shot, just like you planned on it. Say you're about 90 yards away from the yellow flag. What's your thought process behind this shot being on the rough with a side hill lie?
Well, with the side hill, it's going to be a little bit of a draw off the lie, and it's in the rough. I'm not going to get a whole lot of spin. I'll play it back in my stance a little bit, try to aim it down the right side of the green, right along the rough line probably. Okay. Land it a little short, see what happens.
Let it roll up and release?
Yep.
All right, I like that. Make it happen. You just hit it a little high up in the air and the wind caught it a little bit. You're right in line for your target. You got the chip shot that we practiced on back in lesson 1. What's your thought process behind here?
I want to go back to lesson 1 and focus on keep my hand forward but not too far. Keep the ball in the middle of the stance, just the putting stroke. Pop it up there and let it release it to the hole.
Are you doing a pitch and run or a bump and run?
The pitch and run idea.
Pitch and run idea? Okay, well let's see you hole it.
Try.
You made good contact with it, you just landed it a little short of your landing target, which happens. It's the first hole, you got to get warmed up a little bit. About 15 feet away with your putt. You've been practicing our putting stroke that you learned in lesson 1 again?
I have.
Okay, now what's your thought process behind this putt?
Well, it's a little right to left, not too much I think. And I'm just going to aim it at the right edge and hopefully I hit it straight.
Alright. On the last hole, it's a good putt. Seems like you've been practicing and got a little bit of confidence back with the flat stick, which is nice to see. Here we got a par 3. It's about, I'd say about 150 with the wind. So you got your 150 club?
I do.
All right, cool. What's your thought process on this hole?
There's not a ton of wind, but there's a little bit of left or right maybe. Aim it down the left side, hit a little bit of a cut, and hopefully it sits down.
All right, sounds good. Let's see it.
Set up good?
Yep.
Need to snap my hands a little more.
Ball's bound though. Yeah. Here, you're about 12 to 15 feet again for birdie. After making the last one on the last hole, you got to have your confidence back. So let's see what you thought the process behind this birdie putt is.
It's going to be a little right to left with this slope, it looks like. It's a little downhill, so I'm focusing on not like blasting it by the whole lot.
Okay.
And making sure I get it in that little 1-foot ring we were working on.
Yep.
And get a good par, if not a birdie.
All right, let's go. Make it.
I blasted it by the hole.
Yanked it a little bit too.
Yeah.
All right. About 3 to 4 feet past the hole. Like you said, it was downhill. And a lot of times with those putts, you told yourself, put it in a 1 foot to 3 foot ring. I didn't say anything because I wanted to see if it would happen. But a lot of times when you tell yourself to do something, you end up doing the opposite. It's a mental block in the golf game. What I personally would have liked to have seen you do is say, stay confident, especially after making your last putt. It was a good putt. You know, you hit it well, you yanked it a little bit, but that's something that we're working on. So what I'd like to see you do with this putt coming back is stay confident, straight back, straight forth. You have the line, you know the speed of the greens, firm to the back of the hole, make this putt coming back. All right. Nice, good putt. On the last hole, safe par. Looking at a par 4, downwind, a little bit of trouble left, whole lot of wide open right. Got driver again, so what's your thought process on this?
Once again, just aim down the middle, a little bit of a cut. Should give me a good angle for the flag and stroke them.
Sounds good. Speed up. Did what, just like you said again, right side of the fairway. I'd say we got your driver figured out a little bit. With this shot, you're about 70 yards away to the hole, about 40 or 50 to the front of the green. All uphill with the rough. What's your thought process behind here?
Well, I've always struggled with this shot. I thought about doing like the bump and run you showed me on day 1,
Okay.
but I also feel like it may be a little long for that. So I thought maybe if I just took a sandwich and just put it back a little bit and popped it up there and let it roll out a little bit.
Alright, for a shot like this has to be a feel shot, confidence shot. I would probably suggest we stick with the sand wedge because that's probably what you feel most comfortable with at this point. We'll see how the sand shot works out for you. We'll probably end up hitting 2 or 3 balls and checking out and seeing our different options since it's just practice.
Sounds good.
I'd say that was probably the shot. Good shot you had up here. Actually, fairly good. You're sitting about 6 feet. Little side slope. What's your line thought process on this one?
I mean, it's going to be left or right down this slope. I'm going to hit
uphill a little bit.
Uphill a little bit. I'm going to hit a confident stroke and I'm going to drain it.
I like that. There you go. I like that. Good comeback. That was a good playing round. Good round of golf. I think you shot even through the 3 holes. So it was a tough birdie putt, but you hit a good par comeback. See a lot of improvement with your game. Take these little instructions, see them out, keep practicing. When you're ready to advance your game and become a little bit more serious, I would love to work with you again and get more in depth in our lessons and show you some furthermore lessons. Thank you very much.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. We'll see you around.
Sure.